Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Entertainment News on Channels Television. Now ahead of the 9th installment of the All Africa Music Awards scheduled for early January next year in Lagos. Entertainment News team visited the high-energy environment of the production war room in Lagos as the team lay out the groundwork for what promises to be the most ambitious edition of a continental showcase yet. Surrounded by storyboards, technical writers, and a flurry of activity from the international community, the vision for Unstoppable Africa, the theme for this year's edition, began to take clear shape. At the center of the bustle is Mike Dada, the president of AFRIMA. For Mike Dada, these awards have never been just about the glitz and the glamour of the red carpet. He spoke passionately to our team about the core mission of the platform despite the global success of Afrobeat and other African genre. Dada is pretty vocal about the structural hurdles that still exist. He issued a direct call to action for the governments across the continent to move beyond mere applause and start investing in the infrastructure of creativity.
There's a lot of work, rigor, there's a lot of planning, project management, applying project management principles to make it work, get the result like you said. You have to look at all the elements of the production, from venue management, arrangement, to technical production, so to talent management across the country, continent, around the world. Look at logistics, flight ticket, land transportation, accommodation, 5-star hotel experience, the AFRIMA experience that you want to give to them. So all of these are curated with intentionality and deliberateness. And of course, you look at how do you communicate the right perception and positioning of the brand within the host country, which is Nigeria, within the state, Lagos State, within the continent of Africa, and around the world. Because AFRIMA is designed, and it's always, of course, to communicate Africa's greatness for global competitiveness. That's what we use the AFRIMA platform to do. So it's much more than music. So in all of this, we have all of this at the back of our mind. Only the core of the brand is that we don't lose the Africanness of who we are, our identity, in the midst of global competitions. So we want the music to cross across the continent. If there's an album, an EP, or a sound from Burundi, for instance, we want Nigerians to appreciate it. We want South Africans to appreciate it. We want Moroccans to appreciate it. And beyond Africa, we want the European market and American market, Asian market to welcome it. Because the implication of that is that it has serious implication on our economy. And that's where we are very particular concerned about. How do we use the music platform to reduce poverty on the continent? How we use the music platform as a tool for social engineering, taking young people away from the street, create economy from it that can develop this continent. So that's what it's all about. So I'm glad when you have artists moving around the continent, moving around the world, and the music is accepted. Whenever artists invite me for their major gigs around Europe and I see the stadium filled, I'm always very happy, ecstatic. The African music is becoming cool for people all over the world to listen to. When you go to anywhere in the world outside Africa, it's African music they listen to majorly. You understand? So for us, that's a key achievement. Artists coming to AFRIMA to know each other and collaborate, that's a key achievement for us. And we have been doing this over the last 15 years, having records upon having success stories, and of course knowing the cities of Africa as well. And that's why I insist that AFRIMA must always be held, the main awards in Africa. So people, the last edition was held in Dakar, Senegal. So people travel from all over the world to come and explore the city of Dakar, to go to Senegal. Those who have not heard of Dakar before, they've not heard about the city of Dakar. So this year is about Lagos. So people coming to the global capital of Afrobeat to come and understand. People are excited to come to Lagos to come and see how do they cook those sounds in Lagos. Where did they cook them? Who are the people behind the scenes that are cooking the sounds? The value chain is among us, and it's there. From discovering the artists, from songwriting to promotion of the music, licensing, publishing, production, eventing, live music. And you know that there are two major sources of revenue, you understand? So you have digital, you have the live performances as well. So but it's huge, it's big. But the question is, are we mining the economic benefit in Africa The answer is no, because we do not have the infrastructures that support that. All the DSP, data streaming platforms, are not owned by Africans, are not owned by the continent. We don't have the right venues for live performances, for that revenue that comes from live performances to be generated, and that's 50% of the global revenue. We don't have right venues, we don't have the right gears, they are not available because they cost a lot of money. Merchandising is there, even logistics moving around the continent. You have to get visas, restrictions are still there, but they are better now because we're part of the journey to canvassing for those restrictions to be low.